Welcome back to Do It All. I'm Gabriel, and I'm here to help you unlock your potential and be everything your heart desires. Have you ever faced a moment where your heart urged you one way, but your fear pulled you back? What if I told you that your greatest breakthroughs lie on the other side of courage and honesty? In this episode, we'll uncover how bravery and honesty empower us to follow our hearts, even when it's hard. We'll explore what it takes to trust yourself, make tough decisions, and stay true to your values no matter the cost. Let's dive into the power of courage, the clarity of truth, and how they work together to shape a life of authenticity and purpose. Today, you're going to level up your courage. We'll begin with a powerful story about a life-changing decision driven by courage and truth. Then move into some compelling real-life stories showcasing the power of courage and honesty in making life-changing decisions. We'll uncover the science behind how our brains navigate fear and truth, supported by studies and expert insights. Next, we will explore bravery as a cornerstone of human development in our history. Following the science, we'll dive into some insightful books. Finally, we'll wrap up with actionable steps you can use to embrace bravery and integrity in your daily life. If you're ready to embrace bravery and honesty to follow your heart, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your thoughts or a story of courage. And if you know someone who could use a little inspiration, hit the share button to spread the message. Imagine a young woman named Jessica standing at a crossroads in her career. On one side, a stable job that felt safe but unfulfilling. On the other, a risky opportunity to start her own business, a dream she had held for years. Jessica's heart pulled her toward the risk, but fear whispered, "What if you fail?" What Jessica realized is that honesty with herself gave her clarity, and bravery gave her action. She left the safety net and built a thriving company. Her story reminds us that courage is not the absence of fear, it's choosing to act despite it. I know how Jessica felt. Do you? Acts of bravery often arise from moments when ordinary individuals are faced with extraordinary challenges. These stories of courage, perseverance, and selflessness remind us that heroism isn't always about grand gestures. Sometimes it's about making the right decision when it counts the most. From a chef who trusted his gut to a farmer who restored his community's land, these real-life examples show how everyday people can make a lasting impact. Each story highlights a unique struggle, yet all share a common thread: an unwavering commitment to doing what's right, no matter the personal cost. Chef Alain Ducasse, a culinary visionary, decided to base his restaurant on meals from his childhood, a stark contrast to the high-end, modern cuisines dominating the industry. Despite skepticism from colleagues and critics, Alain followed his passion, trusting his instincts to create something unique. His restaurant not only succeeded, but earned multiple Michelin stars, cementing his legacy. Alain's journey demonstrates the importance of trusting your heart and ideas, even in the face of doubt. When we follow our passions with courage, we can unlock creativity and innovation. His success shows that bravery is often the foundation of authenticity and excellence. In a New York apartment building, a fire broke out late at night, sending residents scrambling. While some panicked, a group of neighbors quickly took charge, knocking on doors to alert others and helping evacuate those unable to move on their own. Their coordinated efforts ensured everyone made it out safely before the fire department arrived. This example of bravery and teamwork highlights the power of trust in a crisis. By staying calm and relying on one another, the neighbors prevented a potential tragedy. Their actions remind us that bravery isn't always about grand gestures. It's about stepping up when others need you most. 15-year-old Sarah from Texas displayed remarkable composure when her father collapsed from a heart attack. Having recently taken a CPR class, Sarah trusted her training and immediately started chest compressions while calling for help. Her quick thinking kept her father alive until paramedics arrived. Sarah's bravery showcases the importance of preparation and the courage to act in critical moments. Her story emphasizes how trusting in your knowledge and abilities can have life-saving consequences, inspiring others to take life skills training seriously. Jason, a baker, lost his shop during the economic downturn but refused to give up on his passion for cooking. He started teaching online baking classes from his home, using social media to connect with students. Within a year, his classes became so popular that he launched a full-fledged digital platform, turning adversity into an opportunity. Jason's journey highlights the value of persistence and trust in one's talents. His ability to adapt and follow his heart serves as a reminder that setbacks can often be stepping stones to success when approached with courage and determination. Elijah, a Kenyan farmer, saw his village struggling with soil erosion and food shortages. Instead of giving up, he launched a small initiative to plant trees and promote sustainable farming techniques. Though initially met with skepticism, his dedication inspired others to join, transforming the village's landscape and boosting agricultural yields. Elijah's efforts demonstrate the transformative power of trust and perseverance. By following his vision, he not only improved his community's livelihood, but also inspired others to take responsibility for their environment. His story is a testament to the impact of brave, purposeful action. As we reflect on these stories, we are reminded that bravery comes in many forms. Whether it's facing personal adversity, standing up for a cause, or taking action in a crisis, courage often starts with a single decision to act. These individuals showed that when we trust our instincts, remain persistent in the face of setbacks, and support each other, we can overcome even the toughest challenges. The power of perseverance, the willingness to help others, and the courage to stand up for what's right are qualities that inspire lasting change. Let their stories remind us that we all have the potential to make a difference, no matter the size of the challenge. Bravery is often viewed as an innate quality, something that a person either has or doesn't. However, recent scientific insights into the brain reveal that bravery can be understood as a complex interaction of emotional regulation, decision-making processes, and learned behaviors. The science of fear and courage suggests that bravery is not simply a reaction to external threats, but a deliberate, internal process that we can cultivate. Our emotional responses are shaped by brain regions such as the amygdala and prefrontal cortex, and with practice, we can rewire these regions to foster courage and overcome fear. Neuroscientific studies on mindfulness, fear extinction, and positive self-talk further demonstrate that bravery can be strengthened through consistent mental and emotional training. In this section, we will explore how these scientific principles shed light on the nature of bravery and offer practical insights on how we can all build the courage to follow our hearts. The amygdala is widely recognized for its role in the emotional processing of fear, but its function extends beyond that. Recent studies suggest that the amygdala is a central player in making decisions, especially when we face uncertainty and risk. Researchers at Oregon Health and Science University and the National Institute of Mental Health discovered that the amygdala, alongside the ventral striatum, is crucial in resolving the explore or exploit dilemma. deciding whether to stick with known choices or take a chance on something new. These brain regions help weigh the emotional and motivational elements of decisions, particularly in fearful situations, where the fear response can either hinder or motivate action. Embracing fear as part of decision making may involve consciously training the brain to step beyond familiar boundaries, enabling us to act bravely and follow our hearts, even in the face of anxiety and uncertainty. The prefrontal cortex is often thought of as the brain's executive center, responsible for higher-level functions like reasoning, planning, and decision-making. When fear triggers our emotional responses, the PFC plays an essential role in helping us override these impulses and make choices grounded in logic and long-term goals. Research has shown that individuals with higher PFC activity are better equipped to manage fear and act courageously, even in the face of significant risks. By strengthening the PFC through practices like mindfulness and cognitive strategies, we can enhance our capacity for bravery and honesty, making more thoughtful, value-aligned decisions under pressure. Strengthening the PFC helps us better manage our fear responses and make decisions that align with our core values, empowering us to act courageously and honestly in challenging situations. Mindfulness practices, which cultivate a heightened awareness of the present moment, have been shown to be effective in regulating emotional responses, particularly those driven by fear. Dr. Richard Davidson's research reveals that mindfulness can not only improve emotional control, but also physically reshape the brain, enhancing areas like the prefrontal cortex while reducing the size of the amygdala's fear processing regions. This ability to modulate fear can have profound implications for emotional control, allowing us to respond thoughtfully to stress and adversity, rather than acting impulsively or dishonestly. Mindfulness offers more than just mental calm. It is a powerful tool for emotional regulation that enables courageous and truthful decision-making by reducing fear-driven impulses. Honesty is not only crucial for fostering trust in relationships, but also a key factor in the courage required for leadership. Research in social psychology demonstrates that when we remain honest, even during difficult or risky situations, we strengthen our connections with others and build collaborative environments. This growing trust then fuels our courage, allowing us to take bold actions based on our true convictions. As trust builds, both in ourselves and in those around us, we are empowered to face challenges more fearlessly and pursue what aligns with our deepest values, even in the face of uncertainty. Honesty builds trust, which in turn creates a psychological safety net that fosters courage and allows us to act boldly, especially when fear threatens to hold us back. Fear extinction is a process through which repeated exposure to fear-inducing situations gradually reduces the emotional intensity of fear responses. This concept, rooted in exposure therapy, is a common treatment for phobias and has been studied extensively in neuroscience. Researchers have shown that, through controlled exposure to fear, the brain can rewire itself to respond more calmly to previously anxiety-inducing situations. By applying this principle to broader life experiences, we can train ourselves to face challenges more bravely, gradually diminishing the grip of fear over time. Courage is a learned skill that can be developed through consistent exposure to fear-inducing situations. Over time, these experiences help us rewire our brains, allowing us to follow our hearts with greater confidence and less anxiety. Neuroplasticity, the brain's remarkable ability to change and adapt, suggests that our internal dialogue can significantly shape our emotional responses. Research has shown that practicing positive self-talk, particularly when faced with challenges, can rewire the brain to increase resilience and reduce fear-based reactions. Studies from Stanford University reveal that individuals who engage in self-affirmation and cultivate positive self-talk are less likely to be influenced by fear and are more inclined to make decisions based on authenticity and personal values. This approach counters the brain's natural tendency to default to fear and empowers us to act with courage and honesty. Positive self-talk isn't just a motivational tool. It can rewire the brain to reduce fear and encourage decisions based on courage and personal integrity, helping us follow our true path. The science behind bravery reveals that courage is not solely an innate trait, but a dynamic skill that can be developed over time. By understanding the role of the amygdala in fear processing, the importance of the prefrontal cortex in emotional regulation, and the ways in which mindfulness and positive self-talk reshape our brains, we can begin to harness these insights to make more courageous decisions. Fear, once seen as an obstacle, becomes something we can work with, manage, and even embrace as part of the growth process. Through neuroplasticity and consistent exposure to challenging situations, we can strengthen our ability to act honorably and bravely, ultimately enabling us to follow our hearts and pursue our true path with greater confidence and less fear. Bravery has been a cornerstone of human history, shaping civilizations, pushing the boundaries of exploration, and driving progress in the face of adversity. From early human survival instincts in the wild to modern acts of social activism and political leadership, bravery has consistently been essential to the development and evolution of societies. The courage to stand up for what's right, to innovate in the face of uncertainty, and persevere through hardship has allowed humanity to evolve and thrive in increasingly complex environments. In psychological research, bravery is often characterized as the ability to face fear, uncertainty, and danger while continuing to act in the pursuit of a greater good. Bravery, therefore, is closely tied to the idea of resilience, the capacity to persevere in the face of challenges. According to psychologists, acts of bravery are not the lack of fear, but the ability to keep moving forward. This understanding reflects the work of scholars such as Susan David, who emphasizes that courage is not about the absence of fear, but about being willing to take action despite it. Bravery also plays a significant role in moral development, as individuals who act bravely often do so in alignment with a sense of purpose, moral integrity, or social responsibility. For example, a study by the University of Virginia found that children who exhibit brave behaviors, such as standing up for others or refusing to comply with harmful group norms, tend to show higher levels of empathy and moral reasoning as they develop. Furthermore, bravery has been linked to mental well-being, with studies suggesting that engaging in courageous actions helps individuals build self-esteem and a sense of agency. The act of facing and overcoming fears directly enhances the brain's reward systems, reinforcing the belief that challenges can be conquered, thus creating a positive feedback loop for personal development. In conclusion, bravery is an integral component of human development that facilitates personal growth and social progress. It encourages individuals to confront and manage their fears, persevere through difficult circumstances, and act in ways that benefit the broader community. The role of bravery in human development is essential not only for the individual's emotional and psychological well-being, but also for society's advancement. As we continue to face challenges on personal and global scales, cultivating bravery will remain a vital trait for overcoming obstacles, leading change, and fostering resilience in future generations. By embracing acts of bravery, individuals contribute not only to their own development, but also to the progress and moral evolution of society. Bravery manifests in countless forms, as these three remarkable books demonstrate. From Brené Brown's redefinition of vulnerability as the essence of courage, to Anne Frank's indomitable hope amidst unspeakable adversity, to Susan David's guide on cultivating emotional flexibility, each work offers a unique lens on what it means to live bravely. Together, they reveal that bravery is not the absence of fear, but the choice to confront it with authenticity, resilience, and a steadfast connection to our values. Brené Brown's Daring Greatly reveals a transformative perspective on bravery by redefining vulnerability as a powerful act of courage. Her book shows that stepping into the arena of life, as Theodore Roosevelt famously said, requires embracing vulnerability, facing fear, doubt, and uncertainty with courage. Brown's research dismantles the misconception that strength lies in invulnerability, asserting instead that true bravery emerges when we confront life's uncertainties with openness and authenticity. Drawing from her studies on shame and empathy, she illustrates how embracing vulnerability fosters personal growth, authentic relationships, and impactful leadership, making it an indispensable quality for living bravely. Through relatable storytelling and research-based insights, Brown empowers readers to embrace imperfections and silence their inner critic, often the harshest voice we encounter. By daring to face discomfort and uncertainty, we unlock the courage to transform not just ourselves, but also the way we love, lead, and connect with others. As Brown poignantly writes, sometimes when we dare to walk into the arena, the greatest critic we face is ourselves. Daring greatly is a rallying cry for embracing vulnerability, not as a weakness, but as the ultimate act of bravery, enabling us to lead lives of greater authenticity and connection. Anne Frank's The Diary of a Young Girl offers an intimate and profoundly moving account of a teenage girl navigating the unimaginable adversity of life in hiding during the Holocaust. Through her diary, Anne reveals her fears, frustrations, and longing for freedom, but also her remarkable capacity for hope and resilience. Her bravery is not only evident in her ability to endure her circumstances, but in her determination to preserve her humanity and dignity. Amid the darkness, she writes with authenticity, chronicling her inner world and dreams, reminding readers of the extraordinary courage found in vulnerability and self-expression. I don't think of all the misery, but of the beauty that still remains, Anne reflects, encapsulating her profound ability to find light in overwhelming darkness. Her courage shines through her refusal to let fear dictate her spirit, choosing instead to embrace the beauty of life, however fleeting. The Diary of a Young Girl is more than a memoir of survival. It is a celebration of the enduring power of hope and identity. Anne Frank's story remains a timeless testament to the human spirit's resilience and a powerful reminder that bravery often lies in simply holding on to one's voice and dreams in the face of unimaginable hardship. Bravery isn't about erasing fear. It's about navigating fear with intention and resilience. In Emotional Agility, Susan David introduces the concept of emotional flexibility, showing how the ability to confront and process difficult emotions is central to courageous living. While not a traditional guide to bravery, the book highlights the psychological processes that fuel courageous actions, particularly the power of acknowledging uncomfortable feelings rather than suppressing or avoiding them. Through this approach, David reframes bravery as the conscious choice to align actions with values, even in the face of fear. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is fear walking, David writes, offering a profound redefinition of bravery. Emotional agility, she argues, equips individuals to engage with their emotions mindfully and compassionately, fostering resilience and clarity in uncertain moments. By embracing emotional discomfort rather than resisting it, readers learn to take purposeful steps forward. David's insights emphasize that bravery isn't about fearlessness, but about honoring one's values and making courageous choices even when the path ahead feels daunting. Emotional agility is a powerful guide to building the emotional foundation necessary for a brave, value-driven life. Whether embracing vulnerability, persevering hope, or navigating life's challenges with emotional agility, these authors remind us that courage is deeply personal, yet universally transformative. By facing uncertainty with openness, aligning our actions with our values, and holding on to our humanity even in the darkest moments, we all have the potential to live life courageously. Bravery, as these stories shows, is the foundation of meaningful connection, growth, and a life lived fully. So how can you apply these principles of bravery and honesty to your everyday life? Here are 4 practical steps to guide you. 1. Pause and reflect. Before making any decision, take a moment to ask yourself, what does my heart truly want? Reflect deeply on this and write your thoughts down. Writing helps clarify your desires, align your actions with your values, and create a clear path forward. 2. Leverage past success. Recall a time when you overcame a challenge or felt a sense of triumph. Close your eyes. Tap into the emotions you experienced and use those feelings to fuel your courage. Visualizing past victories can remind you that you have the strength and ability to face current fears and obstacles with confidence. 3. Challenge your fear. Identify what scares you and confront it directly. Use techniques like journaling, visualization, or positive affirmations to help you. Imagine the success and freedom you'll feel once you push through that fear. Visualizing positive outcomes helps you embrace discomfort, making action feel possible and empowering. 4. Speak your truth. Start with small, honest conversations, whether it's sharing an opinion or admitting a mistake. Honesty is like a muscle. The more you practice, the easier it becomes. Strengthen this muscle, and over time, speaking your truth will become second nature. Remember these key takeaways. Bravery is not about the absence of fear. It's about taking bold action despite it. It's about recognizing fear as a natural part of growth and using it as fuel for your journey. Honesty, especially with yourself, brings clarity and helps you make decisions rooted in your true values. When you combine courage with truth, you pave the way for a life that's authentic and purposeful. This dynamic duo not only strengthens your resilience, but also aligns your actions with your deepest intentions, allowing you to live a life of true integrity and courage. If these insights are resonating with you, don't hesitate to hit that subscribe button and tap the notification bell so you never miss an opportunity to grow with us. For more empowering content and community updates packaged weekly, sign up for our newsletter. Let's continue and expand this journey of authenticity. Find all podcast platforms and social links below. As we've explored today, bravery and honesty are the keys to unlocking your true potential. Following your heart isn't always easy, but it's the path to living a life of authenticity and purpose. For a full list of factual references and resources, check out the description below. Thank you for making it to the end of this episode. Your dedication to growth is what makes this community so special. Next time, we'll explore how persistence and daily habits can keep you dedicated to your dreams. Stay tuned because you won't want to miss it. Go bravely, make it a great day. Let's go do it all.